Hi, this is James from Tabletop Gaming Guild, and today we're going to look at the 2 to 4 player game, Wizard Kittens. This is published by Magpie Games. In Wizard Kittens, you're all students in a library. You are rifling through books that you shouldn't be going through, and you unleash curses. As a group, you need to get rid of all these curses before Professor Whisper returns and you get caught. So let's go ahead down to the table and see how this game plays, and then we'll come back and I'll give you my final thoughts. Okay, so we're going to look at Wizard Kittens. In a game of Wizard Kittens, you're going to be attempting to complete all the curses before Professor Whisper arrives. Basically, the idea of the game is you're Wizard Kittens and you've accidentally unleashed a book of curses. You and your fluffy friends have to put the curses away before Professor Whispers arrives. So there's two different ways that you can win the game. One is by having the highest amount of points, and the other is by having the lowest amount of points. So what's going to end up happening is we're going to create this deck. And I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. But if this card comes out, the game immediately ends. If this card comes out before the curses are completed, the person with the lowest amount of points and ingredients in their area will win. And you will actually get points from these cards here. Anyone in that case who has 10 or more cards is completely eliminated from being able to potentially win. Anyone that has less than that is going to look at how many ingredients you have. So whoever who has the cleanest paws will win the game. The other way around, you're just going to get the points for your curses that you have completed. You will also, every player at the beginning of the game gets an extra credit card. You will also get points for this extra credit card if you meet any of it, so that you get additional points for that. And the person with the highest points wins. However, just note that if you're caught, you can't use your extra credit. And this is hidden. So you'll get that, flip it over. You'll know what it is, but your opponents won't. And we'll just go ahead and show how to start the deck, to set up the deck to start. Okay, so you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 cards. And 10 cards. So you'll have two 10-card decks and then the rest. What you're going to do is you're going to take the Chaos Kitten in this one and take Professor Whisper in this one. You're going to shuffle these. And shuffle this one. The deck with the Chaos Kitten goes on top of Professor Whisper, and the remainder goes on top of here. So deck is basically going to be your time limit on the game. You don't know exactly where Professor Whisper is in that last 10 cards, so you're not sure how much time you're really going to have once you get down to the last 10. It could be the bottom card or the top. So it's just something to keep in mind during the game. Each player is also going to take a cat card. So you're going to pick whichever cat card you want. In this base game here, there's 4 different cat cards. Each cat card has a side with a special ability and a side where they're all the same. So you can, before the game starts, decide whether you're going to play with the basic rules, which is here, or each player is going to have one asymmetric power. So once you pick that, we'll just show the one with the base card. You also get your little token, little cat paw, and put it there. So the other thing you're going to do is you're going to take these curse cards and you're going to separate them out. So here's very difficult. Here is the easy ones, and that's medium. So we're going to separate these out. All right. Once you have separated those out, randomly draw 2 of each curse difficulty and remove the rest from play. So here we got 2, 2, and 2. So we're going to have 6 curses. to complete during the game. And we'll go ahead and shuffle these out. And these remaining curses will be put away from this game and can be used in future games. And that gives a little bit of variety to the game. Now you'll notice you're going to place out these 3 chapter things. This is where everything's available for people, and you're going to have your own 3 chapters, and you'll flip over the bottom one. To start the game, you're going to put a curse in chapter 1 and chapter 2. Once those curses get completed, they'll get replaced. There's going to be a couple of things for the curses we're going to go over in a second, but we're going to go ahead and finish the setup for the game. Okay, so the last couple things you're going to end up doing is each player is going to get a component card in their chapter 1 and chapter 2 locations, so chapter 1, chapter 2. And the player who is last player to have fed a cat, pet a cat, or seen a cat gets to go first. If a player hasn't done any of those 3 ever, they're a bad person apparently. But that'll be the first player. So what you're going to do on your turn is you're going to take your little thing and you're going to perform one of these actions. You can summon, you can draw 1 additional card. So, well, actually at the beginning of the turn, you draw a component card and you can place it in either chapter 1 or chapter 2. I'll explain why that's important in a second, but we're going to go over your 1 action. So you're going to take an action. You can either, and now again, I'm not going to go over the advanced rules for any of these games, but know that you do have a advanced side of these that you can play with. It gives you a special ability that's unique per character. We're just going to go over the base game, and the basic game actually. So the first thing you do is summon. You can summon by drawing 1 additional card, and you can put that in your component stash. You can sling. You can send 1 of your cards or to another ritual circle, so you can mess someone up, and we'll explain why that's important in a second. You can discard 2 of your cards, and you can swap the location of any 2 cards. So I can swap these 2 with another player. And again, the discarding 2 cards is in this area. Now let's go over why that's important. Because on your turn, the other thing you can do is you can take out one of these curses. In order to take out a curse to defeat it, you're going to have the same chapter. So in chapter 2, I would have to have all 4 of these. And there's different bonuses that you get per these curses for completing them. And then they're all unique and neat. But the main crux is that you're going to have 4 of these. Now, if I had 4 of these potions down on here and I had 2 scrolls, what would end up happening, so let's say I had that, I would complete this. It would come over to my scoring area, so I'd get 2 points. But then I would have to put all the stuff that didn't match in that chapter 2 on it. And those are -1 point per item that was in that chapter that didn't go to completing this curse. And then once that's completed, another one will come out. Now, as you go through the game, you're going to eventually hit the Chaos Kitten. And there's a couple different things that will happen when you hit the Chaos Cat. When you hit the Chaos Cat, when someone draws it, the cat opens up chapter 3. So you're going to flip chapter 3. So if you flip chapter 3, you'll flip chapter 3 for yourself. So you can actually put components in there. You're going to put a curse in chapter 3. Now, if you were playing with the advanced rules, you would also get a new rule that would flip over. And there's another mode for chaos. You got chaos mode and a couple other advanced modes. But again, we're just going over the base game. But no, then in advanced mode, you're going to have a new rule that pops out. So again, the game can end. You're going to continue to do this until all these curses are completed and or Professor Whisper appears. Again, for scoring, what you're going to do is you're going to take all of these that you have completed, you're going to add up the number in the top left, and you're going to subtract any extra components that you had when you tried to complete these. And then you're also going to look at your extra credit and add that up. Now that is if Professor Whisper doesn't come out. if Professor Whisper does come out, basically what's going to happen for your end scoring is you're going to count those up. You're not going to count your extra credit because you, again, got in trouble. You're going to take those total points, and if you're 10 or higher, you're out. If you have 9 or less, you're going to take a look at the number of ritual components that you have, and the person with the least amount of ritual components they have left in their 3 chapters will win. If there's a tie, the remaining kittens with the most points, not counting extra credit, will win, so the closest to 9. If there's still a tie, the remaining kittens with the most defeated curses wins. And if there's a still tie, those players share the tie. Now, that is, in a nutshell, how you're going to play Wizard Kittens. Now, I will note that there's some advanced rules to the game. You also have an advanced chaos mode that won't go over, but it's pretty neat. So there's a lot of replayability in all that. We're going to go ahead back up to the table here, and I'll give you my final thoughts on Wizard Kittens. I really like Wizard Kittens. It is a very good game. It's tons of replayability in this game. You will get different curses potentially every game. If you get tired of that, you can also play with the advanced rules, and you can get the new rule every time the Chaos Kitten comes out. It has a really cool pandemic feel to the game, where when the Chaos Kitten comes out and when Professor Whisper comes out, you have a lot of different decisions you can make throughout the game that are really nice, but it's nice and straightforward. On that mat is your actions. They're laid out there. They're all simple and straightforward. It's super easy game to teach. This is a good game for just about anyone. You don't have to be into the board gaming hobby to be able to understand this game and enjoy it. So I would consider this pretty much a lightweight card game. If you're looking for a lightweight card game to play with your friends and family, and you like the kitten theme, I highly recommend this game. It's going to be great. You'll love it. If you're looking for a highly strategic game, this may not be it. There's a lot of strategy in the game, but it's more like a lighthearted, fun game. So that's the experience that this game, I think, is delivering. So you're going to go through the game and you're going to have fun. You're going to get those components lined up in the different chapters. You're going to think about, maybe Professor Whisper's coming out, maybe I don't want to do these curses. Maybe I want to go finish the curses with the least amount of points so I don't go to 10, because I'm wanting Whisper to come out to eliminate these other people that are doing better than me. I like that strategy. That is amazing. So you have to watch out for the other player that isn't quite getting those points and is just drawing cards. So, and the turns are very, very quick in this game too. So I do love Wizard Kittens. I do highly recommend it, especially if you're looking for a lightweight family style card game that you can play at parties or just at different events. So that's my thoughts on Wizard Kittens. Thank you for watching.